Periods 1, 4, 6. This is your review. Your review for order of operations rational number test. You need to get out paper, and what you will do is I will show a problem. I will pause the video. You need to work the video out, or you need to work the problem out, and then when you are ready, start the video again, and I will actually go over the work and the answer. You need to do this for each problem. Okay, here's the first problem. You can either copy it down or do the first step and copy the rest of the problem down in the first step. I will pause the video, go ahead and work it out, and then come back to the video and watch me work it out and see if you have the answer right. Okay, so first thing you should have done was you should have done 2 minus 5 in the parentheses, and you have 3 minus 4 times the quantity negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 2 divided by 4 plus 2 squared. I'm going to do my exponents now. I'm going to do negative 3 squared. I'm going to do 2 squared. So that's 3 minus 4. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9 plus 6 times negative 2 divided by 4 plus 2 squared is 4. I'm going to do the multiplication. The first one that comes left to right, I have 3 minus 4 times 9 is 36. Bring down the rest of the problem. I'm going to do my next multiplication. Notice I'm not doing any addition subtraction because that's last. 3 minus 36 plus 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. Divided by 4 plus 4. Now I'm going to do the division. Negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. Oops, this is a plus sign here. I have 3 minus 36 plus negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3 plus 4. Now I'm going to add, subtract left to right. 3 minus 36 is negative 33. Again, left to right. Negative 33 plus negative 3 is negative 36. And my final answer to the problem is negative 32. Okay, here's the second problem. Go ahead and either copy the problem on your paper or do the problem's first step and copy the rest of the problem down. Pause the video, and then when you are ready, come back and watch me work it out and see if we have the same answer and the same work. Okay, the first thing you should have done was you should have gone into 3 minus, in the parentheses inside the brackets, and done 3 minus 6. So we should have 3 squared minus 2 brackets 10 minus 2 times negative 3 plus 14 divided by 7 times negative 3. The next thing you should do is go inside the brackets. Do not do 10 minus 2. You're going to do 2 times negative 3. So you should have 3 squared minus 2 brackets 10 minus, because I haven't used this minus yet, negative 6 plus 14 divided by 7 times negative 3. Finish off your brackets. 10 minus negative 6 is 16. So you should have 3 squared minus 2 times 16 plus 14 divided by 7 times negative 3. Okay, I'm going to do my exponents. 3 squared is 9. So I have 9 minus 2 brackets 16 plus 14 divided by 7 times negative 3. Okay, I have a multiplication. 2 times 16 is 32. So I have 9 minus 32 plus 14 divided by 7 times negative 3. I have another multiplication division, and division comes first, so I'm going to do the division next. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So I have 9 minus 32, whoops, plus 14 divided by 7 is 2 times negative 3. I'm ready to do 2 times negative 3. So now I have 9 minus 32 plus negative 6. Left to right, addition, subtraction. 9 minus 32 is negative 23 plus negative 6. My final answer is negative 29. Okay, here's problem 3. Again, either copy the problem on your paper or do the first step and copy the rest of the problem. Go ahead and pause the video. When you're ready, come back and watch me and see if you have the same answer I do. Alright, you should have started inside the parentheses and you should have done 2 squared, which is 4. So I'm going to do 2 minus 3 squared minus 5 times 10. 2 squared is 4, so minus 4 plus 18 divided by 9 times negative 4 minus 12. Finish up your parentheses. 10 minus 4 is 6. So I have 10 minus 3 squared minus 5 times 6 plus 18 divided by 9 times negative 4 minus 12. I'm going to do my exponents. I only have one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and also do this first multiplication problem. So I have 2 minus 3 squared is 9. And then 5 times 6 is 30. So I have minus 30. That's the only steps I'm going to do at this point. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is these are all addition subtraction at the beginning. So I'm going to come down here to this division problem. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So I have 2 minus 9 minus 30 plus 2 times negative 4 minus 12. I still have a multiplication, so I have to do 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. So I have 2 minus 9 minus 30 plus negative 8 minus 12. Now addition subtraction, I have to go left to right. So 2 minus 9 is negative 7, and I can only do one of them. I can't do any other problem except for that first one. Okay, now I'm ready to do left to right again. Negative 7 minus 30 is add the opposite. That's negative 37. Left to right again. Negative 37 plus negative 8. Same sign, add and keep the sign. Negative 45. And then negative 45 minus 12, I'm going to add the opposite. Same sign, add, keep the sign. I get negative 57. Okay, here's problem 4. Again, copy the problem down, work it out, come back and watch my video, see if we have the same steps, see if we have the same answers. Okay, first thing you should have done on this problem was, because there is one exponent, I need to do that first. So I have negative 16 divided by 4 times negative 3 plus 2 times negative 2 minus 3 squared is 9. Okay, now I got to do multiplication, division, left to right. There are no parentheses because there's nothing inside them to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this division problem. Negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4. Bring the rest of the problem down because we're only doing one step. I'm going to go left to right with multiplication. Negative 4 times negative 3 is 12. So I have 12 plus 2 times negative 2 minus 9. I do not do 12 plus 2, even though that's what a lot of you like to do, but you can't. I have to do 2 times negative 2 first. So 12 plus negative 4 minus 9. Now we're going to add, subtract, left to right. 12 plus negative 4 is 8, minus 9. My final answer is negative 1. Alright, question number 5. Go ahead and write the problem down, work it out, come back and watch the video, see if our work matches, see if our answer matches. Alright, so you've got lots of parentheses. So we can technically do a step inside each parentheses if we want to. So I'm going to do 2 squared first, then I'm going to do 3 squared. and I'm going to do 8 minus 10. Now, if you're not comfortable doing all that, you can do it one step at a time. So 2 squared is 4 plus 3. 3 squared is 9 plus 2. 8 minus 10 is negative 2. Okay, I still have stuff inside my parentheses to do, so I'm going to do 4 plus 3 is 7. If I want, I can go ahead and do 9 plus 2 is 11. Again, you can do that in 2 steps if you want. So now I've got 3 multiplications, so I'm going to do left to right. 7 times 11 is 77, times negative 2 is negative 154. Okay, this is question 6. Go ahead and copy it down, or if you want to go ahead and start one step on the top, however you want, but once you are done working out the entire problem, come back and watch me work it out and see if your answer is correct. Okay, I'm going to start on the top. So on the top, I'm going to do my 2 exponents. I'm going to do 3 cubed, and then I'm going to do 2 to the 4th. So 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And then minus 2 to the 4th. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, or times 8, times 2 is 16. So 2 to the 4th is 16. Okay, I've got addition, subtraction, and division. So I have to do division next. So I'm going to do 27, and I haven't used this minus, so minus 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6, minus 16. Now I'm going to add, subtract, left to right. So 27 minus negative 6, I add the opposite, so that's going to be 33 minus 16. Again, I'm going to change subtraction to addition, make the 16 a negative. 33 plus negative 16 is 17. So my top equals 17, but don't forget you have an entire bottom problem to do. So now let's start the bottom. So in the bottom I have brackets, and I have brackets, and I have parentheses. So I have to do inside parentheses first. Negative 6 plus 9 is 3. So I have negative 3 plus 4 brackets, 2 times the quantity, 3 squared brackets. So I have to keep going inside the brackets. So inside the brackets, I'm going to do this 3 squared here. 3 squared is 9. So I have negative 3 plus 4 brackets, 2 times 9. Whoops. And again, I have to continue going inside my brackets and finish. So 2 times 9 is 18. So I have negative 3 plus 4 times 18. I'm not going to do negative 3 plus 4. I have to do the multiplication first. So I have negative 3 plus 4 times 18 is 72. And then negative 3 plus 72, different signs. Subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, so it's 69. So my final answer to this problem is top over bottom, 17/69. Okay, one more last order of operations practice, and then we'll do some rational numbers. So go ahead and copy this problem on your paper, please. Work it out. Come back and watch the video. See if we match our work and our answers. Okay, let's start with the top. Okay, 3 cubed. 3 times 3 times 3. That is not 9, that's 27. Minus 2 to the 5th. So if I write down 2 or 5 2's, that's 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. So 27 minus 32. And then that's going to equal negative 5. So my top is negative 5. Now let's work on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to do this exponent first. So I have negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 3 minus 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. Okay, I'm going to do my first multiplication problem. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. Okay, I'm going to do my second multiplication problem. That's negative 30. And then I'm going to do my integer subtraction problem. I'm going to add the opposite, which gives me negative 30 plus negative 64. Same sign, add and keep the sign. So far my answer is top negative 5 over negative 94. Now, if you left this answer on the test, it is wrong because you have two negatives which make a positive. So the final answer here is 5 over 94, positive. Okay, first rational problem, let's practice. 5/8 plus 1/3. This one's not too bad because we just need to get a common denominator. So work this one out and then come back and follow my work and see if we get the same answer. Okay, common denominator here is 24. So I'm going to put this over 5/8 over 20, make it 24ths. 1/3 is going to be something over 24. So 8 times 3 is 24. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 8 is 24. 1 times 8 is 8. I have no positives or negatives, so I'm just going to add my numerators together. 15 plus 8 is 23 over 24. Answer doesn't reduce. That's my final answer. Okay, next problem. Go ahead, write it down, work it out, come back and see if we match. Okay, so we have 2 9s times negative 3 8s. I don't need a common denominator. This negative right here is just one negative. It can go on the 3 or the 8, or it can go in the middle. It can't go on both, though. All I can do to simplify is make 3 become a 1, 9 become a 3, and all I have left is I have a negative 2 on the top, so that's negative 2. And then on the bottom, I have 3 times 8, which is 24. And I just realized I could have reduced again, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce now and divide by 2. And I get negative 1/12. Now, that's one way to do it. Or I could have said 2 goes into 8 4 times, and I would have had negative 1 on the top, and 3 times 4 is 12 on the bottom, and I would have gotten negative 1/12 that way too. Okay, next problem. Copy it down, work it out, come back, watch the video, and see if we match. Alright, first thing you should have done was you should have changed both mixed numbers to improper fraction. 3 times 12 is 36, plus 5 is 41, so I should have negative, whoops, I just wrote the wrong answer, sorry about that, whoops, I'm trying to erase. There we go. Alright, so negative 41 over 12 plus 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11, so plus 11 over 4. My common denominator here is 12. Make sure you carry down your negative here, or otherwise you'll forget it, and then we'll have we won't have the right answer. 41 is going to stay the same because I already had a 12. Here I'm going to multiply by 3. 11 times 3 is 33. Okay, now you're going to follow your integer rules. Negative 41 plus 33. Different signs, I subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number. And I get negative 8/12, which I need to now check and see if I can reduce, which I can. Divide them both by 4, and I get negative 2/3 as my final answer. Okay, here's your next problem. Go ahead and write it down, work it out, come back, and see if we are working the answer match. Alright, so I'm going to change them both to, or change the first one to a mixed number. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so negative 9 over 4 minus negative 3 over 10. Some of you think because there's parentheses it means multiplication, and it doesn't. This is just showing that that 3/10 is negative. I need a common denominator, which is 20, so I'm going to make them both over 20. I'm going to make sure I carry down my sign so I don't forget any signs. 4 times 5 is 20, so 9 times 5 is 45, so negative 45. 10 times 2 is 20, so 3 times 2 is 6, so negative 6. Now I'm ready to follow my integer rules for the top numbers. I'm going to add the opposite. Negative 45 plus positive 6, different signs, I subtract. I get negative 39, negative because the 45 is bigger than the 6, over 20, negative 39/20ths. Sorry, this one's a little blurry. It's 1 1/5 minus 3 3/10. Go ahead and work it out, and then watch my video and see if we match. Okay, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, so 6 over 5, minus 10 times 3 is 30, plus 3 is 33, so 33 over 10. Common denominator is 10. Five times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12. 10's already the same, so I'm going to make it 33, not going to change anything there. Now I have to follow my integer rule, so I add the opposite. 12 plus negative 33, they're different signs, so I subtract. 33 minus 12 is 21. And because the 33 is bigger, it's negative 21 over 10. Okay, one last rational problem. Go ahead, write this down, work it out, come back and watch my video, see if our work and our answers match. Okay, negative 4 2/3. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, so negative 14 over 3. Don't forget to bring down your negative. Right here, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26 over 5. And here, 4 times 6 is 42, plus 3 is 45, so negative 45 over 6. Common denominator of 3, 5, and 6 are going to be 30. I'm going to put them each over 30, and I'm going to remember to bring down this negative sign. If I lose it, I'd have the problem wrong. Okay, what times 3 is 30? That's 10. 14 times 10 is 140, so I have negative 140 over 30. 5 times 6 is 30, so 26 times 6 is 156. And 6 times 5 is 30. 45 times 5 is 225. Of course, you can do all that math in your calculator. Okay, so the next step is to take negative 140 plus 156. Different signs I subtract, so that's 16 over 30. I'm not going to reduce it because I still have one more problem to do. And it's positive because 156 is bigger. Minus 2